Hello guys! In this brief video I will download, install and first run Autodesk InfraWorks. You can quite easily access installation files from Autodesk website by going simply autodesk.com/InfraWorks. So InfraWorks 2024. You can click download free trial. Then you can select which kind of user you plan to be, because I really want to test the product, to try it out. It really doesn't matter which one I select. Business is easier to go. So business, next. And then I have to create or log in with my Autodesk account. So if you don't have Autodesk account, you can create one, create account. If you have one, you just use it to log in. So email, password and sign in. And to create Autodesk account is free, so this doesn't yet mean to subscribe to the product. We simply need to have an account even for trying a product. Then you probably need to fill in some additional data. Anything works. Hit next. Some information about your company or yourself. Hit next again. And now it's quite important step, because you can download and install Autodesk products in different ways. You can see that by default you have install option, but if you click on this arrow, you have also download option. I normally suggest and prefer by myself download option, because in that case I download all needed files to my local hard drive or portable drive, and I can fire up installation easily at any time, even without internet connection. Install method means that you can more quickly start the installation, but during installation also some additional files will be downloaded. They will be downloaded to default location, and it's not so convenient to move those files all together. It can be done, but you have to know which files, how, as such. So for a new user, it's a lot easier just to download those files, and that's what I'm gonna do right now as well. So download. Please pay attention to that at this stage, because you are downloading through a browser, you get multiple tabs. Those tabs and multiple file download should be enabled in your browser. I'm using currently a Chrome, and you have to be careful that you don't miss any file to download. Yeah, so 3 files basically, and they will be pushed to your screen in any order. For example, I can see file number 2 out of 3. I simply create a folder in my PC, for example InfraWorks. I then select save. Now I can see second dialog, save as, yes, number 1 out of 3. Again, I select the same location, save, and then third one, 3 out of 3. Again, the same location, and hitting save. Now I just need to wait. Once my downloads are ready, I have to extract those files, and then I can install the product. Keep in mind that InfraWorks does not support side-by-side installations, meaning that if you have previous version installed, for example 2023, you have to uninstall it, and then you can start installation InfraWorks 2024. Because I also have previous version installed, while my files get ready, I simply uninstall my previous version. And then we come back and start the installation. Let's do that. Just some more seconds to go. Once all my files are downloaded, I can minimize my browser window, and let's take a look into this InfraWorks folder, into where I downloaded my exe files. I need to extract those files first, then I can start the installation. And you do the extraction from file number 1. Double click on it. I can then select the location into where I want to extract. This is not yet installation, it's just extraction. And I simply select the same location in where I have my exe files. So I hit change and selecting my InfraWorks subfolder, then OK, and the extraction should start. in a moment, you will see that subfolder from where you can find installation files. This was created now. And this same folder, this yellow folder, can be moved to any location, even to portable drive, and it makes the installation to additional machines much easier. But let's first wait. Once extraction is finished, installation will auto-load, but you don't have to install straight away. You can do that at later hour, next day. But of course, we will continue with the installation straight away. Those installation files altogether are close to 9 gigabytes. That's the reason why probably it is wise to move those to portable drive, because you do need additional space for installation as well. Just a couple seconds more. And now installation screen should open up. But first you need to allow Windows to access this setup exe. So click yes. And now the installation screen will be loaded. Before I move forward, just once again, this yellow folder from where you can find setup exe, you can fire it up at next time as well. And of course, you can delete those exe files. You don't need those anymore because extraction is finished and you can start directly from that folder. But I minimize this window and let's continue with the installation. I need to agree with the license. Next, now I can select to where I want to install InfraWorks. I prefer to keep those default locations as such, and I just hit next. I can also see that some components will be additionally installed. Some components or packages may be installed already, because as you see, I do have some additional Autodesk 2024 products installed already, and those material libraries are shared in between different products, for example. And now I simply hit install. So let's wait once InfraWorks installs, and then we obviously fire it up for the first time as well. I can already see an icon, Autodesk InfraWorks, on my desktop, but the installation itself continues. Okay, I can even start the product before the installation is finished, but I prefer to wait those seconds and then we will close this dialog and start the product. Yeah, now it's completed and I can close this dialog, or I can hit start, or I can simply double click on this icon. I can also find those icons from my start menu. So let's start. Sometimes you may need to restart your computer, especially when this is your first 2024 product you install from Autodesk, because I already have some 2024 products installed. I don't have to restart, at least not this time. Then I can see marketing screen. I can see that I will initiate my trial. If I'm current subscriber, I can simply click already have a license. But right now I just close it. I get a browser window about InfraWorks support. I will minimize my browser again. And now in the background I can see my InfraWorks 2024. This is my welcoming screen. I hit continue. Because I had my previous version installed, I do have some extra models, my previous models, which I can upgrade to the 2024 release. But if you are a new user, then of course you usually start from the new button, or if you want to have some preliminary context, then the most obvious is to start from Model Builder. If I do that by clicking Model Builder, I can go to any location in the world because I'm based in Estonia. This is why I get the Estonian map automatically. And then I can select the area from where I want to grab my base data, like surface data, roads, buildings, and then I can start updating this preliminary model with extra data layers. I will stop in here without going into details how to create a model. You can find additional videos about that. No change in here. You can simply create a model using the extent of the window, or you can, for example, import some shapefile to bound your model into certain coordinates. I close Model Builder, and perhaps I just open up my current model just to show how does it looks like if you have worked in InfraWorks for some time. You can also check some default model which comes with InfraWorks, like Roads tutorial or Charlotte NC. But once again, I will open up my own model because I don't see it in my recent list. I will click open, and then I move to the location from where I can find my SQLite files. In InfraWorks, you have the main file, and then you have, with the same name, you have additional folder which has kind of extension .files. Those belong together, which means that if you want to share, copy your model over to some other location, you always have to take care with that folder and SQLite file. Now, if I open, I should get notifications that first opening may take some time, and here I am. In InfraWorks, model saving is automatic. You don't have any save or save as button as such, and you normally start with current conditions or existing conditions. For example, I can select different proposals which I have created previously, but if you start your own project, then it is called as master. So this is a very first model that you created, for example, through Model Builder. And in this view, you have a ground data as a 3D model. You also have buildings, roads, and some additional features. But you also may see that some data might be offsetted or maybe just not right. Then you can start upgrading or updating by introducing new data sources. So this is a very basic stage, and if I just show you the final one, or let's say something in between, for example, in here you can see that existing conditions to have a roundabout, which is not very well polished by default, but you can do it using InfraWorks tools to improve this layout. So for example, if I go to roads, which has been generated beforehand, I can see a lot better version of my initial design or proposal, and then I can move forward to make additional design proposals. Okay, that was about downloading, installing and firing up for the first time InfraWorks 2024. Happy learning or testing. See you next time. Bye bye.